Hey! Yo, everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be talking about Boston Comic Con. Still recovering from yesterday. Long day. In a good way. We make a whole day out of it. I woke up in the morning around 6, picked up my girlfriend, we went to get breakfast. Then we went and hung out with my friends, went into Boston around 8 o'clock, went through Boston Comic Con. Then we went to a buffet afterwards. Then we played some Mortal Kombat, the new one. Very good. Surprised me. I did not think it was going to be as good as it was, but it's a really good game. I play Scorpion because he's the man. But and then afterwards they left, and she and I watched a movie, and we kind of just chilled for the rest of the night into the morning. And very long day, so I am still recovering. I have to do homework today, and then I have to do some work, and but overall, it was a good day. It was a really fun day. Comic Con, it was good this year. It was a little different though, a little different. Had a different feel to it, a different atmosphere, for lack of a better term, a different setup. They said it was bigger this year, but it felt a little smaller. I don't know. No big deal. Size doesn't really much matter. It's not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean. Anyways, so it was a different feel, but I got some comics that I really wanted to get. Not as many as last year, but I got some rare comics, three rare comics in particular. And then I got some comics signed, so I'll show that. The setup of the area, if you think about it, if you look at the screen, pretend the screen is like a room. Right here is where you would enter in, and there would be a row of artists right there, and then you would go into the main hall right here, and in the very back would be some artists, and then down here would be some artists, and then the rest of the area would be basically for venues. See that? Wasn't that cool? I kind of used the screen as a way to show you how the room looked. So, it's kind of ironic because my friend bought a ticket online, and there was a huge line for people that bought tickets online, but there was no line for people that had to buy tickets there. So I got a ticket, went right in. It took him like 20 minutes to wait in line. Sucks to be him. So right away I went in, and they had some artists set up, and Frank Whiteley was the first person I went to. There was four people I wanted to see: Frank Whiteley, Tim Sal, Neil Adams, and Darren Cook, because they were said to be there. So I saw Frank Whiteley, and right away too, because see the thing is I wanted to get all the artists out of the way first, because when I met Jim Lee, it was already a long line. It was a 2 hour wait. Mostly because people want to do sketches. Geez, why don't you just get the thing signed and that's it? I mean, you're wasting a lot of people's time, and you're probably giving the guy a cramp. I could never take a sketch from a person, but that was just me. Anyways, I got to meet Frank Whiteley, and he may not be my favorite artist. I do like his art from time to time. It depends on what he's drawing. His art in All Star Superman was good. I didn't care for it in Batman and Robin, but I do like his art, and let me just say, it was a very enjoyable experience for an artist. One of the more enjoyable. I went up there. He was smiling. We shaked hands. I asked him if he could sign the book. He said, "Yeah, definitely." And then he wrote down, and then I said, "Hey, do you mind if I get a picture with you? Is that cool?" He's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." So he put his arm around my shoulder, and my girlfriend snapped the picture, and here's the picture right here. And really nice guy, really nice guy. Maybe it's because I was one of the first people there, so he probably wasn't all pissed off that he had to draw like 9 million sketches. But presented himself nicely, was very nice to me, and I was happy I got a signature from him because apparently he doesn't come over to America that much. He stays in Scotland. Is he from? I think so. So he doesn't come over to conventions over here that much. So here is the All Star Supermans that I got signed. So there is the signature for the first one, and then here is the signature for the second one. So yeah, so I'm glad I got those signed. One, because he doesn't come over that much, and two, it was a good experience. Nice guy. So afterwards, I'm like, I gotta get some of the other people's signatures. So Neil Adams was next on my list to get, and I wanted to again get to him before lines started to build up because, well, it is Neil Adams. I eventually found him. No lie, there was like two people. That's it. Apparently, and I overheard someone at the convention that worked there said that the younger generation doesn't know Neil Adams as well as I don't want to say I'm old, but as well as some of the older comic book fans. So they go for the more recent, relevant comic book artists. Well, Neil Adams kind of just laid it back, but went there. A little bit of different experience. I had to. It was kind of mechanical in the sense. One is I had to pay for the autograph, $10. It wasn't that much. I just, I'm not going to meet Neil Adams again, or if I am, it's not going to be for a long time. Might as well do it. So I paid the $10. I had to give the book to the girl. The girl had to then determine where the signature was going to be, and then she had to give it to him, and he had to determine the signature. And then he gave it back to me, and I said to him, I said, "Sir, do you mind if I get a picture with you?" And he said, "Well, that's going to be extra, and you're going to have to come around and all that stuff." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." He's like, "You know what? How about you just shake my hand and lean over, and then your girlfriend can take a picture." So I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." So we did that. Thought that was a little weird, but we did that, and here's the picture. And overall, at first I had a mix of feelings because I was charged for the autograph. Yeah, I never had to do that before, and then and how it went about with the picture. But I guess in the end, he was a nice guy because he was always smiling, he was always polite, and he did allow me to take a picture without actually charging me. So that was pretty nice. And I did get a signature in my Tales of the Demon book, but you can't see it because it's in the inside cover. Bummer. And I'm not taking it out of the plastic covering. Sorry, guys. So I got that. And then afterwards, it was time to see Tim Sal and um, Darwin Cook. And Darwin Cook, out of all of them, was probably the one I wanted to see the most. However, I did not find Tim Sal, did not find Darwin Cook. I don't think they were there that day or that early. So I didn't get those signatures. I only got the two. But it's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that. It's two new signatures. Hey, who cares? It's awesome. So yeah, excuse me. Excuse me, that was rude. Um, just waking up, I just had breakfast, so, you know. Anyways, I did get comics, and I went around and I found the guy I usually usually go to each Comic Con that always has like 50% or lower off on comics. And he usually has gems in there, so I went to him, and I got a few miscellaneous comics that I was missing, some of them rare, and then I decided on a comic book series that I was starting to read because there were a few comic book series that I was thinking about dipping into starting up. Secret Six, Green Arrow, Birds of Prey. What else? Or pick up like the miscellaneous like satellite stuff of Final Crisis and Blackest Night and all that junk, and or Justice Society. And I did start on one of the comics. I'll reveal that towards the end of my selection. But first is I found the rare and hard to find Batman Dark Legends. I don't know how it is rare for you guys, but I can't find it in any stores, and online it can go for a pretty penny. So I actually started reading this. It's been okay. I'll give my overall review in a bit, but I'm glad I found that. That's pretty rare. I'm really glad I found the next two. One is the only Batgirl trade that I'm missing that's ridiculously hard to find and ridiculously expensive. Batgirl Death Wish. This is the famous Batgirl comic where she fights Lady Shiva. So I'm happy I got this because this is a bitch to find, and it's the last Batgirl comic I had to get, trade-wise. Next is the last Robin comic I had to get, really hard to find, really expensive online, which is Robin Tragedy in Triumph. The great thing about this is it's with 50% off, so it was $9.95, it was $5, not bad. So I'm glad I got that. Um, I picked up Titans Fractured because I have volume 1, 2, and 4. but I don't have the third volume, and I can't find the third volume anywhere. So I got this, and yeah, I had to get it, and I'm happy I did. And then I got something I usually don't get: team up crossovers. Teen Titans Outsiders: The Death and Return of Donna Troy. I got this because one, it's important to the teens, but two, because, well, I love Donna Troy. She's one of my favorite combo characters of all time, and I absolutely mean that. She beats out a lot of combo characters as one of. She's in my top 10. I love that girl, and needed to get this book. It has one of the most touching moments in it between Batman and Wonder Woman. Okay, so then I picked up a new comic, and I got 5 trades from that comic. So I will show you what those are. I decided out of all the comics to get, Secret Six, Birds of Prey, Justice Society, the Satellite stuff, Green Arrow, I decided to go with Birds of Prey because Birds of Prey are awesome. So I got the Battle Within. Take a look at that. They didn't have all the Birds of Prey trades that I wanted. They were actually limited. They only had 5 individual separate ones. They had a bunch of copies, but 5 individual separate ones. But I got what I could. Then Perfect Pitch. Still learning the titles of the comics. Blood in Circuits. Dead of Winter. And then lastly, Platinum Flats. I almost said Platinum Wars. I don't know why, but there we go. So I did get a lot of Bird of Prey comics that I wanted to get. Didn't get the earlier ones, which was a shame because that means I can't start reading these right away. But that's fine because I have a bunch of trades that I have to read beforehand. But yeah, on a whole, it was a good find, particularly for these 3: the Robin Tragedy and Triumph, the Batgirl Death Wish, and Batman Dark Legends. Those are 3 comics that are hard to find. I told you guys, you gotta go to Comic Con because you're gonna find comics that are hard to find. I didn't pick anything else up. There was a lot of places I could have gone, but I didn't feel like spending too much money. I'm kind of broke right now, so I don't want to spend too much money on stuff that I don't overwhelmingly need. Plus, I didn't see too much in lines of figures. I could have bought more comics, but I'm only getting what I need right now. So, with that said, it was overall an enjoyable experience. I had fun, and I got to see a few people around there that watch my YouTube account. So, it was nice to meet those people. So, anyways, I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.